I am a mom. The wonderful gift of being a woman. Let us start by clarifying a bit what a gift is. Well, the word gift refers to a donation, a special grace for. It is a skill that we possess and must develop. It is a special touch, a charisma, a virtue. Now, let us see the meaning of the word wonderful. Something stupendous, great, excellent, exciting, sublime, precious. In other words, we, women, have received from the very moment we were conceived that precious, sublime, and exciting special grace. We have been blessed with a special touch, a charisma, a stupendous virtue. That tact that allows us to get to know each of the members of our family and identify their own individualities, to be able to interact with each one responding to those individualities. That charisma that makes us attractive to sometimes to talk, sometimes to give an opinion, sometimes to serve as company, sometimes to simply listen to. That wisdom that allows us to understand that our children during adolescence need many more signs of affection, trust, information, and attention than at any other stage of their lives, so that they do not look for what they cannot find in our home on the street. But in addition to that special grace, all of us women have a set of abilities, and we are to identify our own and develop them to the maximum. In some, patience is manifested, in others tolerance, in others a constant good spirit, in others the tendency to remain in constant activity. In others the academic area is revealed, in others the difficult culinary art. There are other women who have manual skills, and each one expresses them according to their particularities. The important thing is to recognize my femininity in the inner being, and after recognizing it, always express it, at all times, sleeping, sitting, walking, talking, choosing the topic of conversation, eating, cooking, watching TV, listening to music, going up and down stairs, traveling by bus, traveling by car, traveling by plane, reading a book, crying, laughing, washing clothes, ironing clothes, demanding my rights, expressing my doubts, presenting myself in public, dancing, educating and correcting others, my children, by touching, hugging, and kissing my husband. Very feminine, we say recognize that own femininity because otherwise it cannot be expressed. If it is not recognized, it is not felt, and if it is not felt, it is not expressed from the soul. Because we are talking about feminine not as theoretical concept, but as an internal characteristic of mine that I unveil even in the smallest gesture that I express. And it must be felt, lived, to avoid the ugly appearance of a feigned, false, exaggerated woman, feminine as its own characteristic, because there are so many daily activities that we could not do them all simultaneously and be aware of not missing our femininity. Feminine, knowing how to balance our own characteristics without falling into any extreme. Feminine, all the abundance of energy, joy, prudence, patience, and intelligence that runs fast under our skin. Feminine, woman, the role of women as part of society has always been very broad. The woman is the daughter, sister, friend, mother, wife, housewife, and many times, in addition to all this, she is the one who must provide financial support to cover the basic needs of the whole family. This means that it is the woman who knows how many and which educational centers there are in her community, since she is the one who is aware of the performance of her children in school as well as their needs in it. It is the woman who knows how many and which health care centers, since she is aware of the health of each one of her family members, since she controls everything from vaccinations to a simple flu in any of her family members. It is the woman who has learned where to buy the best quality and the best price for grocery items, as well as items that are used daily in cleaning and maintaining the house. It is the woman who, in many cases, makes a double effort to, in addition to performing all these roles, work from home or outside of it to earn the money that she will use to cover them in full. And with this experience as an administrator, it is the woman who realizes how the administration of her community is working. Since she is the one who experiences improvements in infrastructure more closely, as well as improvements in social aspects related to access to roads, since we are the ones who use them to go to the market, drop off and bring the children to school, etc., it is the woman who, despite so many hardships, difficult moments, and serious worries, has been able to obtain double strength from her deepest interior to fill her family members, especially the little ones, with unbridled love and at the same time correcting them with sweetness and tenderness. It does not matter if companies are charging you the money you owe, if there is possibly no food for tomorrow, or if you are depressed, sad, or in a bad mood. The little ones in the house need a willing and happy mother, because the little ones in the family are not to be blamed for the urgent situations that we as adults have caused when we acted irresponsibly regarding commitments that we have previously acquired. At this time, it is appropriate to reflect on a point regarding becoming parents without being emotionally or financially prepared. It is not my children's mistake that I rushed and did not finish my academic preparation. It is not their fault that I have barely gotten a job due to my lack of preparation, which does not provide me with enough economic income to meet all the needs of my family. The responsibility is mine, so why do I insist on charging my kids a bill they do not owe? I charge my kids when I sacrifice them by putting them through situations that are the result of my irresponsibility. That bill is mine, not theirs. Each of us human beings are social individuals. It is basically important that we understand very well what it means to be social individuals. I am me, she is she, he is he, and you are you. There is no us here. What she does, thinks, or does not do is her decision based on her previous knowledge, experiences, and points of view that she has acquired during her life. It is her decision. What he does, thinks, or does not do is his decision. Based on his previous knowledge, experiences, and points of view that he has acquired during his life, it is his decision. What I do, think, or stop doing is my decision based on the set of knowledge, experiences, and points of view that I have acquired during my life. It is my decision. What you do, think, or stop doing is your decision solely and exclusively because you have made it based on the vast knowledge, experiences, and points of view that you have acquired throughout your life. It is a perfect decision of an individual being. It is your decision. So far, we have briefly commented on being an individual, but every action and every omission, as well as every thought and every intention, have its respective consequences attached to it. And the consequences are nothing more than the product or the result of this thought, intention, action, and/or omission. Now comes the second part, that is, being social individuals. We, and here there is us, do not live in isolation. We live in a constant and true communion, common union, of ideas, thoughts, actions, experiences. We all need everyone. There is no one who can make the saying "I can" points of view that you have acquired throughout your life. It is a perfect decision of an individual being. It is your decision. So far, we have briefly commented on being an individual, but every action and every omission, as well as every thought and every intention, have its respective consequences attached to it. And the consequences are nothing more than the product or the result of this thought. Intention, action, and/or omission. Now comes the second part, that is, being social individuals. We, and here there is us, do not live in isolation. We live in a constant and true communion, common union, of ideas, thoughts, actions, experiences. We all need everyone. There is no one who can make the saying, "I can alone." We need each other for everything. We need someone to receive our smiles and give us a smile. We need someone to listen to us and someone to talk to. We need someone to focus our feelings on, and we need to be the focus of someone's feelings. Even for a moment of solitude, we need someone not to see, not to hear, and not to experience. And that constant communion is what positively and necessarily leads to absolutely all the consequences of my thoughts. Intentions, actions, and omissions having indirect and direct repercussions on the rest of the individuals, but these facts and their consequences are the sole responsibility of the individual who executes them at that moment.